Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Huddle for Friday, January 14th of 2022. Happy Martin Luther King weekend to everybody. We celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King, and I think he said so many wonderful things, did so many things to make sure that we propel civil rights forward. And at the end of the day, he had a dream that all of us would live in a world that is just and a society where everybody counts and everybody matters. So I hope you'll take some time to reflect on that during this weekend. That being said, today we have a very exciting featured guest. His name is Alan Alvarez, and I'll introduce to you Mr. Alan Alvarez serves as Director of Educational Programs for the Miami Bayside Foundation. MBF for short is a nonprofit organization designed to advance economic development in Miami through the support of minority businesses and education. In his role, Alan oversees the organization's technical assistance, grants, and scholarship programs. Alan Alvarez most recently served as Director of Community Relations for the Miami Marlins. In this role, he managed the development and implementation of community outreach programs in the areas of education, health and wellness, and mentorship. In addition, he worked closely with team executives to incorporate CSR goals. Those are corporate social responsibility goals and civic engagement strategies into the organizational culture. These leadership roles led to the investment of over $10 million to South Florida charities. Alan is also active with several nonprofit organizations. He serves on the boards of the College Assistance Program Incorporated and Florida FBLA-PBL. He also dedicates time as a big, quote unquote, with Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Greater Miami, and as a member of a Make-A-Wish Southern Florida Champions. Alan earned a bachelor's in tourism, recreation, and sports management from the University of Florida, go Gators, and a master's in business administration from Florida International University. He and his wife, Anna, and newborn son, Aaron, reside in Miami and enjoy the cultural and diverse environment that make their hometown special. Please help me welcome Mr. Alan Alvarez to the Morning Huddle.
Good morning, Danilo. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be with you all. Before I introduce myself and talk a little bit about the Miami Bayside Foundation and the different offerings, just wanted to acknowledge a few of my colleagues that are on the call today. So Michael, Kathleen, Tammy, Francie, and Josh, all on the call today. So I appreciate them coming out and supporting as well. And of course, anything Miami Bayside Foundation related, feel free to reach out to myself or them. Danilo, go ahead.
Go ahead, Alan. You have
Awesome.
Tell us a little bit about MBF to set
Sure.
the table, and then the great program that you're recruiting participants in right now.
Sure. So as Danilo mentioned, Miami Bayside Foundation is focused on economic development and the support of minority-owned businesses and education. We do this through the creation of technical assistance programs. We do it through the administration of our loan program, as well as educational grants and scholarships for minority students. The area that I focus on as Director of Education is our technical assistance program, which is the one that we're going to focus on in today's huddle, as well as our support of minority students and education. So we do that through grants and scholarships. However, focusing on technical assistance, this is an area that I'm truly passionate about, one that I'm excited to discuss and share more about with this great group. Some familiar faces that have gone through these programs on the call today, so I'm happy to see Ruby, Sabine, Gasoline, any others that I missed that have been a part of the program. Hopefully you all can share your testaments as to them being valuable, as well as those of you that support small businesses. Please feel free to refer, recommend, and share this great information with those small businesses that you support. So as Danilo mentioned, the program that we are highlighting on the call today is our MBF Small Business Training. This program has been around for several years now, graduating in excess of 16, 17 cohorts that have gone through this program. It's offered 3 times a year in English and twice a year in Spanish. The Spanish was a new offering that we implemented last year, seen a lot of success and traction with those that are Spanish speakers in our community. But we're focusing on this upcoming one that we're kicking off this February the 1st. It is a 5-week training program. We meet Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday evenings from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. via Zoom. We remain virtual, we remain via Zoom. However, hopefully in the future can begin to do these back in person again. But Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays for a total of 5 weeks, covering all topics from digital marketing to finance to personal and business credit to business plans to projections to the sales funnel, all areas that hopefully help a small business get over that hump. You've implemented your business, you're in the early stages, you have an idea, you have some sales, you have a concept, but how do you now develop that and help propel it forward, and how do you scale that business? So we want to make sure that we touch on those areas, and we take deep dives into finance. That's an area that we've seen that a lot of our small business owners struggle a bit with, how to prepare and execute their financials, how to have proper financial statements, as well as a deep dive into digital marketing. How can you use social media, and how do you become digital in this ever-growing digital world that was certainly advanced as a result of COVID and the challenges that we still face. So those are the programs, or that is our current program that we have. It is open to small businesses within Miami-Dade as well as Broward and Monroe counties. Only rules are that they have to be operational for a minimum of 6 months, at least 51% minority owned. So we do focus on serving minority owned businesses. That is inclusive of women. Women falls under the classification of minority owned, and they just have to fill out a basic online application. I believe Danilo shared the flyer, but I'll be sure to share all the links before we break. And Danilo, I wanted to talk a little bit about the curriculum that we have. I think the within that 15 course curriculum, we touch on a lot of different areas. But
can I pull it up, Alan? I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I pull up the flyer?
Please do.
Let me pull it up for you, and let's take a look at that curriculum. Here it is.
And Danilo, let me actually, if you don't mind, can I share my screen? We
Sure.
did make a couple edits on that flyer.
Okay, let me get rid of that share, and let me go ahead and make you co-host. You got it, Alan.
Should be good there. So within the sessions at the bottom, those are all the sessions that I was just mentioning that we're covering. So starting with mission statement, branding and marketing, going on through business plan and SWOT, marketing strategies, accounting, financial statements, projections, insurance, digital marketing, sales funnel, legal considerations, IT, and we culminate with an opportunity for all the businesses to do a business plan pitch to a group of financial lenders. So that's really fully encompassing of all the areas that we felt help support small businesses. But as those businesses that are in the room today, I would love to hear from you. What areas do you find most challenging? What areas do you wish that there were more technical assistance workshops and offerings under? Is it finance? Is it marketing? Is it sales? What is it? I would love to hear from someone as to what areas do you feel that you need support in?
Hi, this is Arlene Lambert from Early Education Link. I think one of the things I would really like to get to know more about is the trademarking and Amazon. From based on what I've seen you put, that is really interesting to me.
Yeah, no, and thank you for pointing out the trademarking piece. That's a great one where we actually team up with Legal Services of Greater Miami to bring them in for that class. And that's a great group and free resource in our community for small business owners that they can seek services from Legal Services of Greater Miami at no cost. And I think that's one of the aspects that makes our program unique. Within that program, there will be invitations to groups such as SCORE. Danilo will be present for one of the class sessions. The SBDC will talk a little bit about their services. So a lot of what we do is not only help you in the instructional or call it the textbook education, but wanting to make sure that we also bring other resources in the community so that you could help establish your network and your support network to properly expand your business.
That's a great one. And Arlene, I wanted to clarify, when you say Amazon, are you mean how to set up on their e-commerce platform, set up an Amazon store?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. That's a great way.
And like Shopify and how to put your products on and to make it attractive and things like that, especially if you're doing, you have an online store or wanting to start an online store.
It's interesting, Danilo, the Amazon talk. Sometimes it loses a little bit of our service-based companies because it's difficult to translate, call it maybe consulting services or other types of service-based businesses to Amazon. It definitely translates better to products. However, Carlos Alvarez, who does our Amazon talk, is one of our favorite or one of our most popular presenters, and always goes over time. It's filled with questions and folks that are intrigued on how to grow on that platform.
Alan, that's an interesting point because, okay, so you're in services, let's say, and you don't per se have products, but one of the challenges would be how can you make some of the services that you offer tangible? So one of the things that's interesting is that if you think about it, when you're a service provider, in many ways you have intellectual property. And I'll never forget the number one, I think, as of several years ago, the number one historically most sold product on infomercials was the old no money down real estate course. So I think there's an opportunity for, even if we're a service provider, to create some intellectual property that we could sell on an online platform. What do you think, Alan?
Yeah, no, you're spot on.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It wasn't the jazzercise. It wasn't the DVDs. It was a course that taught people how to buy real estate with no money down. And I was like, wow, that's exciting for everybody who's in services.
Danilo, you have a hand up.
Yeah. Yes, Miss Kim has her hand up.
Okay.
And Ann, guys, take it away.
Yeah. How do I take my hand down now?
I'll do that for you. Don't worry, I got it.
Thank you. So you have a service, you have a product. The thing that we talk about the most in our circle as far as our challenges and hey, did this work for you, is now that you have this, getting it in front of the right people. So we're paying $2,000, $3,000. We have one friend paying $8,000 a month to people that help get in front of their targeted marketing, whether it's Facebook ads, Instagrams. That whole targeted marketing thing is always something that I feel in our group can always get more education and understanding about.
Spot on. No, that makes perfect sense. And I had actually taken, sorry to switch subjects quickly, but I had taken a note when you were speaking earlier. You used the term solopreneur, and that was something that I had jotted down quickly because it is really a solopreneur journey for a lot of these businesses, and that's the primary goal of this program, to help eliminate that or help curve that a bit. And this program focuses heavily on networking and focuses on helping you hopefully build that extended network that can in turn give you that visibility, the one that you just referenced of not knowing how to get in front of the right folks. So that's why culminating with the pitch presentations is important to us, so that they could hopefully showcase their business. Now they're showcasing it in front of not only their classmates, but a group of lenders, working with the experts that they meet throughout the program to hopefully grow and expand that audience. Because within their inner circle, their business is top of mind, and their friends and family know it. But how do you expand that?
I wanted to ask Tammy or Alan if you guys can post the flyer, the correct one, the
Yes,
updated
Tammy,
one. So guys, disregard the one I posted, and let's use the one that Tammy or Alan can post on the chat.
I already
Is that
posted
the
it on the
latest?
chat
Yeah.
for everyone.
Okay, just
Yeah.
shared it.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody should have the flyer, right? So you have all the information, the latest and greatest on this program. I'm gonna go to Miss Yasnay, and then I'm gonna go to Miss Ruby. Yasnay, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Today you're gonna see my beautiful headshot because I have my baby here with me. But happy to be here. Happy New Year. I wanted to share, as a business coach, most of you know me, I partner and collaborate with a lot of the community development organizations in town. And something I see consistently of the participants graduating from this program, from Miami Bayside Foundation, is that there is a shift in their mindset, in their hungriness to implement and make things happen. And I appreciate that. I'll give you a specific example. Jose Bota is a prior participant of your program. I've been working with Jose for over 6 months now. And we have seen transformation in the implementation of QuickBooks Online, on how he connected it to his website, on how he's keeping track of his inventory. Transformational shift, but it takes work, it takes dedication, it takes consistency. And that's what I see that Jose brought after finishing this program. He's like, I have to make this happen. I have to implement QuickBooks. I have to organize my numbers. And I love working with those type of clients that get it and they're willing to do what it takes to make it happen. So I commend what this program is doing for the community. Just keep graduating them so I could keep working with them and implementing.
No, thank you so much, Yasnai, for sharing that story. Jose, just to give everybody a little bit of context, Jose is a small business owner who developed his own line of dance shoes, specifically salsa dance shoes, and has a very successful brand, and actually within that community, a known product and known brand. Francie on our team helped him get through some of his initial hurdles, and I'm glad to see that he's still taking advantage of future services on how to implement. And that key word of mindset is one that we focus on driving home day one. You know, it's changing that mindset. It's no longer being discouraged, no longer being frustrated, and hopefully eliminating the doubts that come with moving your business forward. So by participating in the program right off the bat, you're taking a step in improving yourself, improving your business. And Jose was one that struggled and does struggle a little bit with the English language, being that he's of Hispanic or Spanish descent. And he was presenting at the end of the program. So seeing that transformation in mindset is just as important to us as seeing a transformation in your business.
I love it. Where can we get those salsa shoes? I need a pair. If anybody has that link to those salsa shoes, let me know, please. We're going to go next to Miss Ruby. Miss Ruby, you're on mute.
Yes, good morning again. Alan, my problem is I completed my class and I look at my certificate every day with Miami Bayside Foundation, but I'm having trouble moving from classroom and theory into application. And mine is a little different because I'm in the construction industry. As an owner developer, I need a pathway that shows me, okay, my next step is this or whatever. And I'm a little bit lost and I'm wondering, where should I go? Danny, Alan, anyone of you can tell me. Yes.
No, I'll take it first, and then Danilo, if you want to add afterwards. One of the comments that I made was we try our best to introduce you to additional resources as well. So that's why it's important for us to bring groups like the SBDC at FIU, as well as SCORE, Miami-Dade, and obviously some of the resource partners that are on the call today. I met some of you, and I know several do mentoring. Yes, and I just mentioned her mentoring, and I know Catalyst and Oasis do great work as well. It's finding that group that could provide you with that resource to help you through that process. I mentioned those first two of the SBDC and SCORE because they are known as mentoring organizations where you could apply to receive a mentor that can help coach you through a particular area of your business. So being able to take that knowledge that you gained as a result of the MBF program and now hopefully mature into that particular track is the important skill and important step in hopefully helping you advance your business. I'm going to use that opportunity just to talk about one thing that we plan to do in the future. One takeaway that we've observed, and Ruby just alluded to it, is there's a lot of instruction out there. There's a lot of webinars, a lot of classes, a lot of opportunities for you to sit through these types of educational opportunities. However, there's less and less in the mentoring space, and there's even less in the implementation space. So it starts very high and then it kind of works its way down. So we are looking at a model where we plan to offer that as part of a financial series that we plan to execute this calendar year. Later in the year, it'll be featured on our workshop page, as well as I'll share it with Danilo. However, in order to be a part of this program, you would have had to have graduated from a previous SBT, the program that I'm talking about today, the small business training. That's just our way of saying you've gone through the classes, you now have a bit more of a skill set, and you've shown interest in hopefully now advancing to that next stage. And this one is specific to finances, just because we've seen that continues to be a pain point for small businesses, but it will have mentoring and implementation offerings as part of the course.
Right.
Fantastic. That's a great one. And also, Ms. Ruby, I would ask a couple things. One is, number one, reach out to some of those organizations that Alan mentioned, Florida, FIU, SBDC. Is a good one, SCORE as well. But also I can assist a little bit. I would love to meet with you for about 30-60 minutes and really discuss what it is, where you feel that you're not getting the traction that you want to get.
Okay.
To see what other, is it funding? Is it marketing? Is it sales? Is it operational? Is it finance?
Right.
And we can figure out who to connect you with. And maybe I can help in that regard to get you unstuck and on the fast lane again. The other thing is also that under the mayor's Strive 305 initiative, we are going to tackle that issue of mentorship. And one of the pillars of Strive 305 is to create a community and a program where we are going to walk with you to, this is not the right word, but to kind of hack that thing that is stopping you from advancing. For example, finance is one of those areas, accounting, cash flow management. So we got plans in the works. They're going to be announced soon about how to participate in those. So I'm really excited. I'm going to go to Yasnay, and then I'm going to go to Mr. Edward, Dr. Robinson next. Yasnay, did you want to comment?
Yes, really quickly. I was actually sending just a message to Alan because what he just said about the resources available on the implementation stage, it's so important. And that's what I see every day. You can find all the answers that you need online. You can watch hundreds of YouTube videos, but who's there to support you with the implementation? to answer your specific questions, to troubleshoot your specific mess in QuickBooks. You know, that's what makes a difference. And this is why I love partnering with community development organizations, because we get it and we do the work, and that's the hard work. So I just wanted to point that out, and I'm going to be sharing in the chat a link for a program that I'm actually launching specifically to address this issue, to support this community on the implementation phase. So I'll put that in the link. Thank you.
Yasnay is our resident QuickBooks expert, a resident accounting expert and finance expert, cash management expert. So you have her information here in the huddle. She's part of our community. So I'm really happy. I see a bunch of hands up. Dr. Robinson, you're next.
Thank you. Thank you. This question is for Mr. Alan Alvarez. It's a pleasure meeting you. I hope to get a chance to meet you in person. I have my wife with me here. We are, once again, the creators of ReadMan. And I am definitely interested in joining one of your sessions on marketing once the session begins. But my question is, in the height of this pandemic, our project has kind of suffered a little because we're more of a hands-on type of program where we get into schools and we do activities with students. But with the setback with the pandemic and unable to get into the schools based on, you know, the pandemic, what other ways can we try to promote and market our program through virtual, maybe the virtual platform? But what other suggestions could you recommend?
No, thank you for touching on that. And I think you just highlighted one of the reasons why we've launched an independent weekend series, a weekend workshop series on digital marketing, because we came across so many businesses that were stuck. I mean, the pandemic came, their business was not set up or positioned properly to go digital or to become virtual or to even engage with customers that way or to collect funds and process sales that way. So this particular weekend training is geared towards that. I will say, I'll share a little bit of my opinions on the issue. I'm not the expert in the space. We bring in experts to teach the classes, and I'm happy to connect you with some of those. So similar to what Danilo just offered, a quick 30-minute call with one of our experts specific to becoming virtual. But it's exactly that. I mean, they'll take a deep dive into your social platforms, your websites, the ease in it being tablet friendly or phone friendly. Those are the areas that we want to see. What is your current digital footprint, and how can we hopefully enhance that and help you grow it? Even if right now all that you can do is record videos and place it on your website, what's an easy way to have a library of videos that you could make accessible to schools or make accessible to teachers, and then focus on distributing those, and then collecting some of the testimonials and some of the stories of maybe the teachers that have implemented it or the students that have heard it, and then using those as resources to then share through your social platforms. That's just a very I guess quick and high level overview without knowing much about your business and the history of the reading program, but I'm happy to grow more on that. So please reach out to me, and I'll get your information from the chat and from Danilo as well.
Love it. And yeah, please, in the chat box, put your contact information. I'd love to connect folks. Thank you so much, Dr. Robinson. I think you're going to be in good hands with Miami Bayside Foundation, so you guys can explore how they can help ReadMan. Next, Ms. Arlene Lambert and Ms. Gasling.
Okay, hi. I was just let me just add to what Alan said to Mr. Allen said to Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson, you need to connect with the school's PTA as well, because some things the school are limited, the PTA can do as well and distribute your information to their mail out as well. So a great opportunity to get in with the PTA. So for my question, some of the services that I just saw, will it also be for nonprofit organization, or is only for profit, for profit?
Currently, our class is geared towards for-profit businesses. If there is a spot available, we will offer it to nonprofits. However, a lot of what we teach doesn't necessarily translate to nonprofits, especially when we do the finance conversations. They're not geared towards to nonprofits.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Arlene. And Alan, I want to, before I go to Ms. Gasoline real quick, there's an advantage to this program that it goes even beyond the educational portion of it, which is fantastic. But what are some of the add-on benefits of completing this course?
Sure. So Danilo, I think I just mentioned one of them in being able to continue in what are the new phases that we're developing. So I think, we talked about technical assistance and how does it evolve. One of those evolutions of it is this program where we're going to focus on mentoring and implementation. So you have to be a graduate of this program, plain and simple. You have to go through the SBT, you have to go through our small business training, and we encourage everybody to do so. Secondly, we're known in large part for our loan program, not only our conventional loan program, but our Black business loan program. Both of those are low interest loans that we offer to small business owners as high as $150,000. That particular program, oftentimes, to get to the position that you can submit a loan application and have all your documents in a row and be able to provide all the backup and support that's needed, we may direct you to the small business training program. We've found that those applicants that apply, that have gone through our training programs, have, call it, quicker success or greater success in getting through that process and hopefully not being frustrated and dragged down by it. So certainly engaging in one of these, in particular this program right off the bat, should, not to say it puts you in good standing, but it puts you in position to really know the MDF staff, our extended partners, folks that we bring in as the experts within our classes, as well as experts and resources within Miami-Dade County.
Alan, I love that. And I want to highlight it for everybody here that's on the call, because you get the introduction to the small business, which is SBT, right? How to start and run a small business, an overview of everything you need to know at a high level. That you have an opportunity to go deeper into specific topics that as your competency improves, you get better and better, and they support you in that educational journey. And on top of that, it puts you in good stead to potentially access capital through the Miami Bayside Foundation. So it's really a comprehensive program to guide you towards success if you're ready for it. Anything else you wanted to add to that, Alan? I think that's fantastic.
No, I actually just wanted to shout out Felix Martinez on the call, just applied for our small business training. So I saw that email just come in. So Felix, congratulations. That right there just made this call successful. So I appreciate it. Danilo, thanks to you, we connected with another small business owner that we could hopefully serve.
Fantastic. Felix, congratulations. Let's give him a big round of applause for applying. Felix does not waste time. Thank you. I'm going to go next to one of my other great entrepreneurs, Ms. Gasoline.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gasoline. I'm a hairstylist at Lavish Touches, and I also make custom wigs. I just wanted to give my feedback based on MBF. I met MBF, Miami Bayside Foundation, through a meeting that you talked about, Mr. Danilo. And from there, I was trying to sign up, can get the signage or whatever. Then Sabine somehow was already connected. And she told me about the 6-week program. I'm like, 6 weeks? I don't know how this is gonna work, but it worked out. I mean, everybody on the platform, from Raju to Joshua, Tammy, everybody that they are entwined with is going to help guide you. I came with like, oh my gosh, I'm kind of shy, but people don't believe it. I don't know how I'm going to get my business to the next level, especially the financing. Oh my gosh, they break it down. Mr. Michael, he goes down even to the projections. Like I said, and for me, because you asked what is it that they bring, for me, it's the connection with other businesses, because you're a solopreneur, but it's other people going through the same exact thing that you're going through that's going to help you get to the next level. But the main thing is implementing everything you are learning. Like, we can learn, like Yasne said, go on YouTube, whatever, but if you're not implementing the tools that you're learning, it's basically worthless. But I appreciate MBF and the whole staff, the people that they bring, because it really helped me open my eyes. It was like certain things you learn about a business, but they don't give you the full breakdown. And that's what MBF does. They help you, and the people that's there give you the nurture and guidance to help you get to the next level. And if they see you failing, they're like, okay, don't worry, slow down, hold on, let's fix it. Also, the other thing that I am glad for is the new thing he's implementing, because for me, financing is the big issue. So kudos to you guys, and I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Gasoline.
Thank you.
Just a quick note on Gasoline. She isn't shy. I don't know why she says she is shy, but she was the first to arrive and the last to leave at every class. And I think really took advantage of that. Those are the types of things that are, call it the coursework out of our curriculum, just being able to come in and connect and take advantage of everything that comes with the class. So kudos to you.
You go, Ms. Gasoline. You're doing it. Thank you. Next, I'm going to go to Ms. Sardebra.
Thank you, Danilo. My question, Mr. Alvarez. Well, I work with a lot of, well, I have my own business. I work with a lot of minority small business owners, and they're younger. And their problem is the finance, finding money out there to help their business to grow, because they were at a point where they were ready to go to the next level. And I've said this before, and then the pandemic hit. And what they're applying for grants, things like that, but they keep getting turned down. So, and I try to encourage them, keep applying, apply for this, apply for that. And Danilo has been a great help. However, it's hard to keep them encouraged, because I'm wondering, is it that they're missing something in the application? Because, or what is it? Because it seems like they don't have the credibility, or maybe they're being judged on something that they just don't understand. And I look at your program, and I notice that you give grants away, but not give them away, but you offer grants, but only to businesses in Miami. And but you offer loans to all of Miami-Dade County, businesses in all of Miami-Dade County. And these owners, they don't want to really take out a loan when their business is already struggling. So that they just have that problem with finding the money to keep their business going and grow it. But also in this time of pandemic, they don't know how to pivot, how to adapt, because maybe their business isn't, maybe they need to add something more. So how can your training help them?
Yeah, no, and that's a very fair point. We do have a class specific to access to capital, where we talk about not only our loan program, but other alternative funding resources. We touch on some of the grants available in our community, as well as creative ways to access capital. We do specialize in that, not to say the young, call it not the young people, but the young businesses. I mean, a lot of our businesses fall within that range of, call it established for 6 months, maybe been around for 1 or 2 years max. That seems to be our niche within this group of participants, where they're all in very similar shoes. They are established, but they have more expenses than they have income, and they are struggling to make ends meet. They're struggling to hit that that break-even point, but have the desire to grow and need the capital to hopefully expand services and expand the resources that they're offering. So we do focus on it within this training with some of our classes. Some of the areas that you touched on might be more of an offline conversation with our team. I think there are benefits to applying for a loan, regardless of whether they see it as a crutch in the immediate. I think in the long term, with the proper planning and the proper coaching and mentoring, it will yield successes. However, let's connect offline and let's see if there are particular cases of folks that I can put in contact with our folks that teach that class and focus on access to capital, or others that I think should go through the full program. Not to say that not all that they shouldn't all go through the program, but would love to help support you.
You, Alan. Ms. Deborah, so please connect with Alan. And also I want to just say that if there's a person that needs help, please send them my way. You have my email in the chat box, and I'll be glad to spend some time with them to see what they need, and I'll do my best to connect them. Okay, so there are resources to help them, but I think we need to do more. And I'm excited because this year we're going to be launching a online virtual incubator. So maybe we can get those young people to be a part of that as well. So lots of things happening. We're almost out of time, guys. So I'm going to go really quickly to Ms. Bell Jackson and Sabine next after that. Ms. Bell?
Yes, hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Belle Jackson, and I'm the proud owner of Foundation First Permitting. I'm curious, like the program, I love what I'm hearing so far, but I am curious as to, like, are you guys able to assist with getting government contracts for small business owners like myself?
Yes, we do have a class specific to procurement and doing business with the government. Again, I think that each person that participates in the program will find one class a little bit more exciting than others. You know, you might come into the program, you're sitting through 14 different classes, maybe class 1 and class 5 and class 7 were the ones that appeal to you and the others didn't. And I think that that's where it takes a little bit of discipline and coming in and being open-minded and just taking it all in, but then focusing on that 1 or 2 topics that you learned or heard of and growing that, taking advantage of connecting with the speaker offline, taking advantage of all those resources that they provided. I guarantee you that if you engage in that doing business with the government class that we teach, or the procurement class, in and of itself, that will make the program worthwhile. We have 3 different experts that will be joining us that night.
Alan and Bell, 2 other things, right? So I can connect you also with the SBD department of Miami-Dade County to you can see what offerings they have to answer any questions or go to some of their trainings, get certified with the county. And number 2, we have Mr. Romeo Romulus from Miami-Dade Public Schools, who also run a similar program to help entrepreneurs understand what they need to do business with the school system. Romeo, I don't know if you want to chime in real quick about that.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. We do have the supply development program that we put on at least twice a year. This particular year, we're trying to see if we can get it done 3 times. It's growing in popularity and demand. It's a 6-week course where we go over, doing business with the school board from A to Z. We provide a lot of resources and support to our cohorts. We've graduated 7 so far, and I'm the point person for the program, myself and our district director, Junior Anderson. So if you want any further information regarding the program, I'll leave my information in the chat, and feel free to contact me.
Great. Thank you. So Ms. Bell, that's what the Morning Huddle is all about. You got connected to two potentially big buyers in Miami-Dade County. So that helps move along, right? So we're here to help in any way we can. I'm going to give the last question or comment to Ms. Sabine.
Good morning, everyone on the call.
Morning.
My name is Sabine. I'm the owner of Lavish Touches Hair and Spa. I'm also a duly licensed massage therapist and skincare specialist. My response is in what Deborah was talking about with the young people. What the Miami Bayside Foundation did for me was it renewed my mind in reference to a loan. Because growing up, the word loan is like a 4-letter word. Oh, I don't want to take anybody's money. I'll work and make my own money. But there's a process to getting a loan where you're building your credit worthiness. You're building your history and your rapport. As you scale in business, that's what the banks are looking at. And so for your young people, it would be good to have a class where they're renewing their mind on what a loan is. And I understand that they probably has personal issues, but once they get past those personal issues, then they'll be able to properly access a loan. I also participated in the Miami-Dade's supplier vendor program, and it's awesome. So both programs, the line of communication is open for you to always go back and reach out to them.
So much for that. Thank you. You know, loans are a tool, right? They're a tool like any other tool. So we need to learn how to use them properly so that it pays off. So that being said, I just want to we're out of time, guys. I'm so sorry. But I just want to, let's give Mr. Alan Alvarez a big round of applause. Alan, thank you so much. Anything you wanted to add?
Yeah, just 10 seconds to wrap up. Folks, I dropped my information in the chat once more. I included my contact info and the link to apply. For those of you that have applied, our applications are running through January 21st. At the conclusion of that deadline, you will be contacted by an MBF representative to let you know if you've been admitted to the program and next steps on how to engage with us.
Thank you so much, Alan, for your time. Thank you for everything that you and your team at MBF are doing for our small business owners. And hopefully you guys will keep coming back and let us know what else you're working on so that we can keep all our entrepreneurs informed. And guys, if you guys are awesome, you heard it, you're connected to each other, to the leaders that can help you take your business to another level. It requires your hard work, but there are people like Alan, and organizations like the Miami Bayside Foundation, like yours truly, that are on your side and are working hard to help you in any way we can. So let's just connect to each other and reach out. Before I let you go, I want to share one last bit of good news. And that is, we talked about digital marketing earlier. And I want to invite you to this BizHack Live partnership with the Mayor Strive 305 initiative. We have 3 powerful digital marketing classes coming up. Okay. And as you can see, they're coming up on January 19th. So how to use thought leadership on LinkedIn to better compete and inspire your customers. Then we're going to be talking about how to make a stronger Google profile. And then we're going to be talking about brand love essentials, how to make your brand connect with customers. These are powerful lessons and powerful classes. I hope you'll make it. They're free of charge, and I'll be sending more information. You can just go ahead and Google and type BizHack. You'll find this. We put out press releases about it. This is all free to help you level up and reach out to more customers and get them to connect with what you're doing in your business. So I hope you'll check that out. And thank you again so much. Have a happy holiday weekend, celebrating Martin Luther King on Monday, his life and legacy. Thank you guys so much. And we will do it again next Friday at 10 a.m. Thank you.
Mr. Danilo, I just want to say, you never seem to amaze me. Like, you always have the right people on this platform